In the name of God, in this video, who addresses women and ladies and girls, we talk about this question: why you should not have sex before marriage. Okay, before I continue, let me tell you that, of course, I know that in this world, in this day and age, everyone is doing that. Every millions and billions of people are having boyfriend girlfriend relationships. Everyone is having sex with their boyfriend girlfriend before marriage, and people change different partners before marriage. I know all of them, okay? But let's see this whole issue from another angle and watch until the end of this video, and maybe you'll see, and you'll think of more hints and points about this aspect of your life as a woman. Okay, why we say that we should not have sex before marriage? It's really simple. The real reason is that the one that will lose big time is you as a girl, not the guy. You know why you will lose big time? Because you as a woman and as a girl have a really high value inside yourself. Beside all of your soul, all your thinking, your value as a human, your human side, everything is correct. But in the eyes of a guy, one of the very important aspect of all the values, the set of your values, is your sexual value, because he is attracted to you by sex. Beside all the other values that you have, you cannot forget about sex. Everyone knows that in the world. So it's a really important treasure that you have inside yourself. You should not give this treasure to the guy very soon and before marriage, because if you do that, it's like you want to have a contractor to build a building for you, a mansion for you. He will tell you, okay, it'll take 6 months and it'll cost you $1 million. Okay, so are you going to give him the whole $1 million at the beginning of the contract before the contractor has done anything for you? Or you tell him, okay, it'll take 6 months. Okay, let's do the first phase is the first month, 10%, the next phase is how much you do that and do this and do that, and then I'll give you another 10%, another 20%, and at the end of the contract, I'll pay the lump sum, which is the big part of the money. I'll give you at the end of the contract, when you finish the building, and give me the key of my building and the key of my mansion. Before that, I'm not going to pay you all my money. Because if you do that, do you think he will do the job for you? It's like he has a few customers, right? From this customer who is you, he has already taken all the money, okay? So he is not, there's no force for him to follow your order and you to finish your job on time, okay? He says, okay, for this guy, I already gave the money. I'm going to took the money from him or her. So let's do and take care about the other partner, the other customers, and do their job for them properly. Be nice to them. Have all the etiquettes in the business with them, because I want to get money from them. But if you give all the money at the beginning of the contract, there's high possibility that they'll postpone. They say today we have problem in this and that, and they give you a lot of excuses to not finish your job on time, because it's your fault. You should not give all your treasure, your money, whatever is that, at the beginning of contract. In the relationship is the same. The key to a woman's sex is through her heart. You should know that. You should be aware of that. A guy should come through your heart. From your heart go down to your sex. It's not the reverse direction. Many girls make this mistake. They get to know a guy, they go out for, first night they go to a dinner and all that. Second night they go to a cinema. The third night they get worried. Wow, if I don't sleep with him, he might leave me. If I don't sleep with him, I should hook him by sex. If I should keep him beside me by giving him sex. Otherwise, he will go to other girls. All the girls together are thinking like that today. So yes, in one context, it is true, because all the girls are thinking wrongly. All of them are worried, and there are a lot of insecurity in them that if they don't sleep with the guy, he will leave to the next girl. But imagine if all the girls together know the true value that they have. Sex, and as a girl, imagine all the girls have this idea. For me, As a girl, my sex is the really, really, really highest important value that I have, and I'm not giving it to you easily. I'm not giving it to you whether you die yourself, whether you kill yourself or whatever. I'm not going to give you sex. Just hold on, if there is a factor, if there is a factor that can keep a guy with you, if you think that factor is sex, you are definitely wrong. If there is a factor, a strong factor that can keep a guy with you, is not having sex with him. Because he should try hard. He should, be nice to you. He should prove the love to you. He should come through your heart. From your heart go down to your sex. But he should prove. How he can prove is not by going to a dinner, one or two, after 2 or 3 dates, going to cinema, and then one day after going to a restaurant, have some wine, get a little bit dizzy, and go to bed. It's not the real, it's not the real love. It's not love. It's lust. We always can mix a mistake lust with love. It's not true love. True love, if you want to know if a man loves you or not, he should be a man. Okay. The definition of man is really, really a heavy definition for a guy, for a male sex to call himself a man. Being a male and having the male genitals inside the pants is not considered to be a man. It's not, the factors and the criteria is really different than the physical sexuality. In another video, I'll talk. I addressed men, and I'll explain a few points about who is a man. Who is the definition of a man? How you can call yourself a man? But for now, just know that a real man is a one who can show his love to his partner by being and staying with her. Staying with her until when? Until the marriage. If the girl tells him that you should come and meet my parents, okay, because I love you, I'll come, no problem. You should come, stay with me. You should come to the relationship. Go have, our parents meet. We want to go to the, church or any religion, any mosque or whatever temple. We should get married. So many people should be witnessing our marriage. You should commit in front of everyone that you love me. You have chosen me for the rest of your life. All of that. Let me tell you one thing. Some people say that you cannot say I'll stay with you till the end of my life. It's a lie, because maybe you will die halfway. No, this is with unexpected situations, we don't care about them. But today, as a man, you should tell her that I will stay with you for the rest of my life. I have chosen you among so many girls. I have chosen you to become my wife, and I'll have sex with you and everything like that. Then this kind of sex, the quality of sex is so much different than the quality of a relationship that is something you don't know. Everything is on the air. There's no commitment. There's nothing. It's just because we like each other and we enjoyed having dinner together, just go to bed. And tomorrow morning if he sees someone who is more sexier than you, then he'll go with that. Where's the guarantee? Where's the guarantee that he will not do that? If the other girl is, wise enough who can rub his heart or whatever, or his lust, let's say, then it's really possible that he might, go and choose him or choose her, the other girl. I don't want to say all the guys are like that. No, but as a girl, you should respect yourself. If you respect yourself, the guy will respect you. It's like everything. It begins with you. If you don't allow a guy, whatever it is, tell him that I'm not, whatever it is, I don't care what is your thinking, what is your belief system, whether you are a modern guy, whether you're a traditional guy, whatever it is, that my sex is really high value. I'm not going to give it to you. Stay with me, I'll give it to you at the marriage night, okay? If you say that and stay on that very strongly, hold on this idea, hold on this your belief, and hold your value as a woman, as a real woman, hold your value high, then that's the time that the guy will die for you. His love for you will expand more and more and more and more because he wants you. But it's like guys always like to achieve girls who are unachievable. It's very hard to get them. It's like a challenge for them to get them. But but you should use this opportunity that God put inside guys and girls. You should use that. You should keep your value as a woman and invite him to come to a correct relationship. And here is one thing that I need to tell you. If you yourself cannot stand and cannot hold of having sex, and if you really, yourself, you like to have sex with a guy who enter in a relationship, then you'll need to be ready for the consequences. If you cannot hold yourself, if you cannot hold your your value, if you cannot hold your sexual value, and you can't stand of not having sex, then the consequences will come to yourself, and guys will come and go. Then you cannot complain that why guys these days are like that, why after a while, why I was so nice to him, why he saw my friend and she was more pretty, and after a while they started to chat, and little by little they get to close together, and finally he went to sleep with her, and then after her, if you follow, you see, he will go and sleep with another guy, another girl. And this is not the fault of guys. This is not guys' fault, okay? This is girls' fault. It's really important. You cannot, expect the guy to because it's when you open, when it's like the demand, when the demand and the delivery is so much, and the guy can choose who he wants. But if for your case is there's no delivery, there's no the demand is high, but whatever he do, whatever trick and whatever he knows, he plays, but he cannot get your sex, and then he his lust starts to come down, and his love level will go up, because he learns to stay with you without considering sex. Don't interfere sex very very soon in the relationship. Let him know you for a few months, for 6 months, 1 year. Let him know you. Let him know you. Let him go through. Allow him to go deeper to your soul. Let him to be with you. Let him become the part of his soul. Let you guys' souls mix to each other. One become one. And when they say two people become one, it's not by sex only. Sex is at the end of the way, not at the beginning. Let this happen. Let both of you match to each other's lives, and then you get married, and then you have sex. Then you compare what kind of sex was that when you were single, and you allow yourself to sleep with different guys. It's really important. And one thing if you are, for example, teenager, a girl who hasn't had sex before, is really important, because the first sex experience in humans will imprint the experience in our brain and in our system forever. If the first experience of sex is not within context of marriage, and is within the context of lust, because the boyfriend, girlfriend, teenage, whatever, these are mostly based on lust. They go to a club, they get drunk, whatever, and then the girl is picked up, whatever. So it's all of them is lust based. None of them is based on love. None of them is love based. So, if the first experience for a woman is lust-based, for the rest of her life, sex means lust in her, in her system, in her brain system, and it's very hard to change it. It's really hard unless she goes to therapist, whatever, and that's why many girls when their first experience is with a lust context, then for the rest of their life they don't have trust on guys. Their hearts are broken, especially if the guys have sex with them, and after a while he dumps them and goes with another girl. Then the insecurity, the fear, the negative idea about men, all of this will imprint in her brain, and forever she has to carry them. Forever, even if she's 40, 50, still she has some, insecurity towards guy. And if she wants to, at the age of 40, if she wants to date a guy, still she's worried that, what if he sleeps with me and after a while he goes, that's girls know that very well. Girls know this kind of thinking that they have, but please just try that. If for your next relationship, if you are single, do not give your high value to them that easily. If you have for example, if you have a car, if you want to sell your car, if your car is very clean and nice and very polished and all that, and you don't have the intention to sell it, try that. If you don't have intention to sell it, all of your friends ask, is this car for sale? You say, no, I love this car, I'm not going to sell it. If you say, I'm not going to sell it, everyone will get crazy to buy it from you. You say, okay, I don't want to sell my car. I love this car. Come on, I love it. This is my baby car. I'm not going to give it to you. People will kill themselves to buy it from you. But if you take your good car to a car dealer and say, excuse me, will you buy my car? He says, this car is not really good, the tires are all worn out, whatever, and it's not good. It's exactly the matter of your sex. The good car is a really good car, but if you offer to sell it, if the guy is really smart, he said, the engine is not working. See the tire, see that. If the value is, for example, is $30,000, he said, I can buy from you 25,000 if you want. Then at the same time it'll cause me a lot of trouble to sell it. Who buys this car these days? But if you say, no, this car, I love this car, your friends come and say, okay, please, I want this car. You say, no, I love this car. I don't care about money. I don't want the money. I love this car. I have cleaned it. I have worked on it. I tuned it up for many years. I'm not going to give it to you. Then so many customers rush for it. Be careful and consider this in your sex with the guys. Okay, I talked too much. I wish this point of view will help you to see the world differently. Don't care about how many billions of people in the world are doing what. Let them do. Let the girls give their sex to everyone that they want. You that are watching this video, don't do that. Keep your value high and see what miracles you'll see in your relationship with your boyfriend or fiance or whoever who wants to marry you. If the guy leaves you and he says, come on, after 3-4 times that you date, you don't allow him to have sex with you and he dumps you, you should be really thankful to God and say, God, thanks that he left me. I don't want this kind of guys. I want a guy who wants me for myself, for my soul, for my values, for my existence as a woman, and to become his wife, to become the mother of his children in the future. I want to have that kind of guy in my life. And ask from your higher power, your God, your religion, whoever you believe. Ask the universe. Think about it, and as the secret, the law of attraction. And think about it to absorb that kind of guy to your life. Don't give your sex to anyone that comes on your way. Thanks for watching this long video. See you next time, and bye.